Well, this will be interesting. Are you ready? Rhyme or free, it doesn't matter to me. It's my bad poetry. Good day, and welcome to My Bad Poetry, a podcast where we normally take a deep dive into my dabbling with poetry between 2004 and 2008 when I was in high school. I say normally because today we are going beyond the binding of my Wolf Journal and entering into a whole new world with our first ever guest on the program, Abby.
Hi.
Abby, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
Abby is generously pinch hitting today as Dave is having not only many technical issues, but then a screaming child on his hands. So our thoughts go out to Dave as we know his pain. Abby, do you care to introduce yourself?
Sure. Well, I am married to Aaron and have been a listener of the podcast since the very beginning. I also went to high school in 2004 to 2008, and I also have some rather terrible poetry that Aaron and Dave have asked that I share in some episodes.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd be breaking out this smash the glass in case of emergency quite yet. But yeah, we're really flying by the seat of our pants here. I think it's just amazing that we didn't know of each other's horrible poetry past when we met.
Or for many years after that.
Yeah, it has taken a couple different dives into boxes and bookshelves in our respective childhood homes to find these things. And I think unearthing each other's awful poetry has just shown how truly made for each other we are.
Yeah, that's true. Also, though, I feel like the Wolf Journal might have been like a big red flag, so it's probably good we didn't pull that out until 6-7 years in.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially there's a string of poems that Dave and I are hoping to just knock out in one single episode because the themes are so similar. And that's probably going to be a holiday special for you all as a present, so we don't slog through multiple episodes of the same garbage.
I'm going to guess the theme on that one. It's going to be, I want her, she doesn't like me. I want her, she doesn't like me. I want her, but she doesn't like me.
True.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Well, Abby, what do you have for us today?
Well, this would have been a poem that I wrote during junior year of high school. Little complicated situation.
No.
I'm sorry. We read the poem first.
We get the context later.
Got it. So this is a poem that I wrote in junior year of high school.
Does it have a title?
It does not. I didn't title any of my poems. All of them will be untitled, and I didn't date them because I'm not a nerd like you are.
Unfortunate. This comes from the person who archived almost daily our activities from when we first met, so that she has the exact quote pickup line that I alluded to last week. We could run upstairs and find that, but we will not. She did note that she was kind of charmed. I'm going to throw that out there.
You're a jerk.
Okay.
Okay, now do I get to read my poem now? Okay. Shoulders back, stand up straight, chin up, eyes straight ahead. He can't break you. You're stronger than that.
Ooh. Oh, it's so fascinating to be in Dave's shoes here.
Need me to read it again?
No,
short.
I mean, normally we throw it up on the screen, but I can see your journal from here. So
here you go.
Yes, thank you.
Examine further.
Okay, first impressions. It is short and sweet and to the point. It feels like a pep talk.
Probably was what it was.
Yeah. What are your first thoughts reading this back? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. No, I probably needed a little pep talk. This was in, I believe, fall of my junior year, which would have been 2006, somewhere in there. And I had gone to homecoming with a guy. His best friend was the one that I liked and had a crush on. His best friend kind of led me on. And ended up dating one of my best friends. So this was, I think, sort of a pep talk to myself to say, you're better than him. You're better than that. Which I'm not sure I was, but...
I see in the margin here a name written in small cursive. I'm not going to read that aloud, but I assume you're annotating as to who this is about.
I was, yes.
Okay.
If you look in this whole journal, there are names next to every one of my, well, nearly everyone. I shouldn't say everyone, but nearly every one of my things, because I later went back and was like, I'm not going to remember who the heck I wrote this about.
Okay.
So I should probably, that's how I knew the context for this
yes.
one. And I didn't do that on the other one. I think the other book Journal. Was earlier. Yeah.
Okay, so Abby actually has multiple books, journals of poems. I think this is where our different idiosyncrasies are playing out. You wrote the context into the margins. I went and typed them up in order in a Microsoft Word anthology, and left the context blank. So I'm literally doing archivist work trying to figure out which poem's about which. So girl.
What you're saying is my idiosyncrasies were more useful than yours were.
Hey, I at least know the dates of
okay,
mine.
Legit.
Yeah.
Fine.
So, style. What is the style of this poem?
I think it's probably free verse.
Free verse, yes. Shoulders back. Stand up straight. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's no rhyme.
No. I do have a lot of gems that rhyme, though. For future, beyond the bindings. I got a lot of gems that rhyme. I mean, to me, I think this is a message that every young girl should have, right? Like, you're stronger than boys. You're stronger than your crushes. You're better than, like, don't let them break you down.
So the he can't break you. This is referring to the crush that is now dating your best friend. Mm-hmm. Did you see that as antagonistic towards you? Did he know of your feelings?
Oh yeah, we did a lot of making out.
Oh, okay. Well.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So
sure did.
And this was before he started dating your best friend.
Correct.
Oh, okay. So this kind of stoicism that you are encouraging. You want to be stone-faced so that you don't think he gets the satisfaction? Do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it was more internal or it was more external. I mean, I think I definitely didn't want to let on how much I actually liked him. Mm-hmm. We had never said anything, like, official, right? Like, we'd never said, ooh, we're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever that was. So I definitely didn't want him to know how crushed I was. I also think I wanted to just move on and, like, be past some of that too. So I don't know. Maybe it was stoicism.
Okay. Yeah, I think something that resonates with me is this like propensity towards trying to create winners and losers when it comes to relationships. Like, whether it's an ex or a crush, you always want to come out on top. Like you have the better trajectory in life. Or maybe that's not the best way to say it. But it's like, not choosing me was your loss.
Oh, yeah. No, that's definitely true. Because I then went on to date his best friend.
Oh, well.
I told you it was a messy situation. And I dated his best friend for, like, a long time. And so I do think there's definitely an element of that where it's like, well, yeah, you lost. And now I'm with your best friend. And your best friend is happy. So there.
Yeah. So this, the first half here almost sounds like an etiquette lesson. Shoulders back, stand up straight, chin up, eyes straight, ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's that. But then also, so we were all in marching band together.
Okay.
So that's also just part of, like, a marching band thing too. Like, you stand straight, your chin is up, your eyes are I think we always, what was the we did like this like chant thing after every rehearsal, and the end of it was Eyes with Pride, and you yelled that as loud as you could. And so I feel like I'm channeling a little bit of that too, where it's like that was like a place that I felt very powerful and like very like strong and like proud and whatever. So I feel like that might have been partly what I'm channeling, because that kind of, those first 4 lines are very much like a stand like you're in marching band because you're cool.
Yes, because marching band
is the coolest thing ever. Place. You're right.
Yeah, no, okay. So you found your strength in marching band and you're channeling that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see that happening.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, I don't think that was intentional when I wrote it. I don't think so. But reading it back now, that's very much what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I feel like you could take it 2 ways, right?
Okay.
Like, you could very much take it as a, like, pep talk to yourself to put on a good face going out. I think you could take it maybe as, like, a vindictive type thing. But I think you could also take it as, like, a, you know, I feel like when you're a teenage girl and you have a crush, and maybe as a teenage boy, too, I don't know. I feel like you let your crush get in your head all over the place, all the time, constantly. And so I think it could be a reminder that, like, you are better than that. You need to move past that and continue to live your life. That can't be what you glom onto forever. So I feel like in some ways that's a good reminder.
Yeah. I think my poems from that era speak for themselves as far as it's a universal feeling.
Yeah.
Of how we try and define ourselves within relationships. And when a relationship doesn't work out, it can break the identity that you thought you had.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're kind of rebuilding at that point. And crushes, I mean, it's fascinating. I wonder where the etymology of crush comes from, in that it can be I know you're not Dave.
Oh, I miss Dave.
I miss Dave. But I mean, the term crush, whether it means to or not, it really just embodies that feeling of the weight of that emotion.
Yeah.
It like kind of just crushes your soul as you pine after this person who, in all likelihood, will not
love you back.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, there's an element in this relationship too that I very much felt like he was out of my league. And so I think that's part of it too, where like I felt like he was too cool for me. In reality, he was just kind of a jerk. Like he was just kind of a jerk and a player and would go from girl to girl. And like was not all that lovely despite me pining after him for a long time. But I think that might be part of this too, in terms of like you're stronger than that. I feel like that was a hard thing for me because I felt like his best friend was more on my level of like attractiveness, coolness, whatever. Like he's somebody I could get. This guy was
out of your league.
Yeah, he was he was a saxophone player.
No, well, saxophone players are the coolest in the band. I will stick with that.
Saxophone. He played some clarinet. He played bass clarinet.
Well, that's less
band.
cool.
Yeah, but it's interesting now looking back too, because like his best friend who I dated for a long time was like the lead trumpet player and like plays professionally now. Like he's legit, like super talented dude.
So within the hierarchy of bands, you actually probably stepped up.
I probably stepped up a level, like a big level. I mean, the other guy was a pretty good player, but like not like
a different kind of player.
Oh no.
You're not as fun as Dave.
You're a jerk. You know why? It's because we've been living in this house together and not going anywhere else for 2 years. With a 2-year-old. Oh, that's right.
Okay. So, can anything from this discussion, from engaging with this poem, can anything be learned from this?
No.
Well, clearly my high school attempts at poetry were far superior than yours.
Well, there you go.
Dave and I always gleaned something.
I think what we glean is high school relationships can be vindictive, can make you super, super unsure of yourself, and yeah, mostly like move past being a teenager and then life gets a lot better.
Well, not necessarily for all, but
no. At least in my case.
Yeah, but I think
your emotions get a little less like all over the place. And you guys have talked about that too.
Right.
Like you swing from like emotion to emotion all over the place.
Yeah, you're still forming at that at that point. The pep talk aspect of it, I'm just wondering from a male perspective, a cishet male perspective, I think this is a fascinating kind of demonstration of kind of male gaze and privilege, in that my poems are lamenting a crush that is not seeing my worth, and your poem is trying to reclaim worth you feel is not seen.
Wow, that was a lot deeper than any of my insights into that.
I've been doing this for 16 episodes. I know how to scrape the bottle out of the barrel or something. But.
No, I think that's legit, though. I think that's legitimate. I think, yeah, yours come off as very entitled.
Yeah.
In terms of like, well, the girl doesn't like me, so it must be her problem.
Yeah.
And this is coming off as, it's my problem.
Yeah.
Right?
I am lower. I am broken. I need to put on a good face.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You're stronger than that. He can't break you. There's this idea that he has all the power in this relationship that is not even
a relationship. All right, Aaron. What do you think? Eyes straight at me. Good or garbage?
Well, honestly, compared to the slog that Dave and I have,
it's a nice breath of fresh air, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's still free verse. It's still very much a high schooler doing a poem. But I think so in marching band.
Oh no. We're going to try to speak authoritatively about marching band. This is going to be good.
Okay. In marching band, there are those bands that do the bold white stripes down their legs.
Ooh, yeah.
To show their steps. Those are the really good bands.
Yeah.
And when they mess up, you know they messed up because they're out of step and the white streaks kind of show it. I think this is a band that has that knows their strengths, and they have clearly picked all black pants.
Oh, snap.
They're decent. They march pretty well, but there's some mistakes. It's not noticeable, but it's not clean. It's not pristine. It's a decent band.
Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I've been to enough shows with you. I know.
I've opened a new world for you. And now let's end with the words of a real poet. This is an excerpt from Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines, digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. This has been My Bad Poetry.
Now go write your own
bad poetry.
Cool. We did that once.
You're welcome.
Rhyme free doesn't matter.